so great, blah, blah, blah. They did videos, and when the iPhone launched, they blended the iPhone. And it was a worldwide rave, and everyone started 7 million views. 7 million views. And this became their #1 selling tool. YouTube is free. The videos started off pretty basic, and as their sales increased, they increased their production. Speak your expertise. For those of you that don't want to blog, go do podcasts. You can record your expertise. And please Google yourself and see where you're at in the World Wide Web. Collateral. Store your content. This is my favorite book, and the reason I pulled this up, New Rules of Marketing and PR. Excellent book. Timeless, not going to go out of date. And instead of me saying to everyone, let me send you this book, blah, 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 I put it on my website, and now I just send people to my self-help books page. So instead of sharing my testimonial over and over again, I'm storing it, and it works for me. Widgets. Widgets are the little things like Twitter, the RSS feed, the daily email. The widgets help people help you. Mashable's a fantastic site for social networking. I love Mashable. I can go and hit a widget, and I can interact. I can take this great blog post written by Christina Warren, and I can tweet it, and I can send it to my whole audience, so one great content all of a sudden ends up in the user's hands and gets spread virally. Calendar collateral. Charlie Kimball, Ventura County-based race car driver, superstar. And he's taking the American dream to victory lane, and he has a Google Calendar on his website that he updates from his iPhone, so whenever he's on the road, his fans can stay in touch. This thing works for him while he's on an airplane. It's great. It's good customer service. It's good communication. And also, his content is a piece of collateral. Charlie Kimball is a race car driver. His audience are his fans, his sponsors. His blog is about living in the fast lane with diabetes, has a very clear theme that helps his sponsors see his authority. He is to racing as like Lance Armstrong is to cycling. He was told he would never race again. And he talks about what it's like to get on and off airplanes with needles and stuff. And he did say, I know I haven't blogged in over 2 weeks. My website angels would not be impressed. So there's several of us on the team that are like, yep, you're busted. But he is able to blog from his iPhone at the airport. So again, it's collateral that works for him, and his fans stay connected. It's really cool. And this is the Burger Bus. Has anyone had burgers from the Burger Bus? So check it out. I read about them in 805 magazine. So offline marketing, someone did a PR write-up. They have a Twitter following, and I wanted to learn more about them, so there's their YouTube video. Instead of me reading about their website, blah, 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 I could see it on YouTube too. I mean, yes, I'm going to go to their website, but this was well done. Collaboration. This is rv.net. Any RVers in the room? Cool. So you can go to rv.net and you can collaborate with peers who are on the open road. Where should I go? What places have the best wireless? And it's not rv.net pushing their propaganda. It's rv.net going, here's the forums, collaborate. Fans of rv.net connect all by themselves. They have rallies. And we're talking rallies like in person. They meet on the website, and they're connecting that way, and it's a phenomenon. And it's all user-generated collaboration. Wikis, there's Santa Barbara City College. This gets a wiki. A wiki is it's a shared content thing. So I can go, if I want to update this, I can go to Wikipedia and I can update it based on my expertise. Someone else can come in and share. Wiki is a shared application, so everyone can collaborate. Communities, Misty Gibbs, former Value Clicker, one of my former colleagues, and now she's of myinspirationlounge.com. She has over 1,000 fans on Facebook. Her website has content to inspire women, and she uses Facebook as another extension of her marketing to get the word out and to connect. And it's fun. And this is our team blog. So I don't just blog. Everyone collaborates together, so we rely on each other to share expertise, but also to build a shared collaboration tool. And connection. Oh yeah, cyber love. Okay, we're getting to that point. You want to connect, and you can build strategic partnerships online simply by being passionate. You can purge your passion, and just listening to various entrepreneurs. How did you get in business? Well, I work 16-hour days, but I really love this thing I'm doing. that passion is contagious, and when that goes out online, it can really take your company to a new level. And I forgot to mention there is a fifth C. That is creativity, and that requires thinking. We are paid equally to how much we are willing to think. That's important to remember. So you can learn, but what you're going to learn and what you're going to implement on your own is very important. So get on the therapy couch and think about what are your assets. What's your expertise? What do you enjoy doing? What do you have folks that can take videos? Do you have e-newsletter content from a year ago? I start to ask a lot of questions of organizations, and I find out, oh yeah, so-and-so was in the media and his article that he wrote was from 1999, blah, blah, blah. That content can end up in a blog, can end up on an articles page, can end up as an online press release. There's so many different ways that you can use what you have and repurpose that for healthy web marketing. So remember, recycling is really cool for the environment, also good for the web. But think about what are your assets? Do you have video? Do you have founders that know what they're talking about? Is someone willing to jump on a podcast? What can you put out there to work for you? And your assets are your distinction. I always ask folks, why should I work with you versus someone else? What is it about your nonprofit? What's the value? If you don't say what that is, sucks to be you. Okay, you need to share what your unique abilities are and your distinctions, otherwise nobody's going to know. So you need to put that out there. What's your distinction? What's your value? How can you serve your target market? Where are they? Are they on Facebook? Are they on MySpace? Are they using search engines? Are they using all of the above? Who's your competition? What are they doing? And find ways to do what they're not doing. And use your emotion, whether it's strong opinions, whatever it is, all of those can work for you. Arianna Huffington has a book all about blogging. Her blog, The Huffington Post, is the #1 blog on the World Wide Web. And she says what makes blogs successful is fact. There's nothing on people's blogs that you probably couldn't find somewhere else most of the time, but it's the marriage of fact and opinion that make it compelling. I want to know what that person thinks about what was said in USA Today. Well, yeah, I know Google's on the rise, but I want to know what that expert thinks about it. So fact and opinion, and it is through our voices, either as organizations or as individuals, that take us out there to the World Wide Web. And stop thinking websites, start thinking web solutions. And at the end of the day, it's all about quality and value. How is my website helping people? How is it getting my message across? Does it communicate who I am, what I do, and who I serve? And is it taking people to where I want them to go? You want people to get to your website, but next you want them to get through your website. And just because you know how to use it does not mean that the other person does. So look at it from an architecture perspective and put it together and offer value. So here's how we're going to geek out. Search engines are still the #1 way that people find products, services, or information. And this is how websites come up. So the way search engines work is simple. You have these little spiders that go all out to the World Wide Web. They read your website, and they read all the text. Sometimes they look at the headlines and the links. And it's the architecture of our websites, how easy they are for a search engine to read, that's important. Secondly, it's the content. And it all starts with your important key phrases. We have done tests on the phrase wild web women, and we come up high on the first page of Google, but we've used architecture, content. So content, it's what key phrases are important, and do you use those in your text? If you're a Santa Barbara day spa, and you talk on your website about our day spa, at our spa, if you don't say Santa Barbara Day Spa, then the people searching for a Santa Barbara Day Spa are not going to find you. So you start with the important key phrases, you weave that into your architecture, you use it in your content, and the next piece of the puzzle is linking. Search engines look at how many links come into your website, and they also look at the links within your web pages. So if you're on a blog, and that blog has a website that talks about, well, we're having an event at our Santa Barbara Day Spa, and that word, Santa Barbara Day Spa, links to another page of the website, a search engine sees that too. So linking can come from other people linking to you, but also just linking within your own website. And then we have this concept of Search 2.0, and now